Ladies and gentlemen, here is your rosters who will be competing in the 2026 VCT Pacific Stage 1 tournament. The upwards performance continues on for Destination Focus Me. The Japanese org had a great start to their 2026 season with a strong 5th place finish in kickoff and are still looking for their first international event. The roster includes Mei, Akame, Seiya as the IGL, Kaide, and Yatsuka. The coaches are Vols, Melaphobia, and Northern Lights. An unusual tournament for DRX or KRX for sponsor reasons, as they struggled in kickoff with a 6th place finish for the 2026 season. But the Korean powerhouse are looking to bounce back to prove the doubters it was just a one-off. There also includes Mako, Freen, Hyungmin, Bane as the IGL, Hermes, and again the call-up from the academy team, Yong. The coaches are Termi, Argency, and Glow. Some flashes of brilliance for the Thai org Full Sense. The team which replaced Talon Esports had an average result in kickoff, finishing 7th to 8th in their first VCT tournament. But with the team improving over time, they could be threats for Masters London. There also includes Leviathan, Jit Boys, Killua, Primi, and Thai. The coaches are Cruz, Fee, and former Motive Esports player Sushi Boys. While the first 3 teams showed promise, it was anything but for Gen.G Esports. The Korean team struggled in kickoff, only remembered by a crazy flick shot by Zinx against Global Esports. The team did finish 9th through 10th in their tournament and are looking upwards for Stage 1. There also includes Ash, Caron, Texture, Lakia as the IGL, and Zinx. The coaches are Solo, HSK, and Perry. The team which eliminated Gen.G is the Indian org Global Esports. This team had a solid run compared to their previous results in VCT, with a 7th to 8th finish to end their kickoff run. But the team is looking better and better throughout the tournament and might be a potential dark horse for Masters London. There also includes Crystal, Udatan, Autumn, Zave as the IGL, and Patman. The coaches are Frost and Vladkor. Darion, who was on the inactive roster for the team, has officially joined Motive Esports. The first team out of the 3 from Master Santiago is Paper Rex. The Singaporean team was so close to going back-to-back in international wins, but lost in the grand final to make their runner-up for the 3rd time in the org's history. But the team is still a team to watch out for Stage 1. There also includes Devi as the IGL, Forsaken, Something, Jing, and Envy. The coaches are Alex and Vendler. Continuing their strong end from their 2025 result, the Indonesian org Regzukum Kion showed a lot of promise in kickoff, only just missing out on Santiago not once, but 3 times, just like MIBR in the Americas region. But now with that behind them, their eyes are forward for Masters London. There also includes Zefuro, Jemkin, Munye, Cushy, and Crazy Guy as the IGL. The coaches are Jovi and Warbirds. From so much promise in kickoff to bowing out early in Santiago, the Korean team T1 was thought to be a favorite in the event, or at least a playoff team, but the team didn't even make it to the playoffs, finishing only 9th through 10th in their 4th Masters appearance. But maybe they could do it again and perform well in Stage 1. There also includes Izu, Stax, Meteor, Buzz, Munchkin as the IGL, and Carpe as the sub. The coaches are KDG and Cheonggak. Let's make this one quick. The Filipino team, Team Secret, had a dreadful start to their 2026 campaign with an 11th to 12th place result in kickoff, which, to be fair, we all kinda expected. But could we see them do well in Stage 1? There also includes Kelly S, Sylvan, Berserks, Jesse Vash as the IGL, former Haru Esports player Rimuru, and former Oasis gaming player Zeus as a sub, as he is not 18 yet. The coach is RBTX. 1010 is a free agent. A slight uptick in performance for the Japanese org Zeta Vision, where we all thought they would be a top Japanese org out of them and DFM, is slowly swaying to DFM being the top Japanese team. While Zeta finished 9th through 10th, it was still a struggle for them. There also includes Sugar Zero as the IGL, XDL, Echo, Absol, and Sayuta. The coaches are Ryuta and XQQ, who have swapped coaching roles. Moving to the 2 Ascension teams, we have Varel first. The Japanese org had a lot of promise for kickoff, but the result wasn't the best with an 11th through 12th place result. However, as the Pacific region is stacked with talent, it was still a good showing for this rookie team. There also includes Cinder, Klaus, Unslip, Zuna, and Zexi. The coaches are TK9 and Rain. Finally, and lucky last, is the Master Santiago winners from Ascension to International winners. The Korean team Nongshim Red Force was absolutely dominated in Santiago, not losing a single match and losing only one map against G2 Esports earlier in the tournament, and even 3-0 in Paperex in the grand final to grab their first international trophy as a team. The team does have a target on their back though, as one of the favourites to qualify to Masters London. The roster includes Cross, Danby, Francis, Ivy, and RB as the IGL. The coaches are Silkanen, Sungmin, and Yeoman. And ladies and gentlemen, there is your rosters for the 2026 VCT Pacific Stage 1.